Over 100 women attended an event in Sydney today, all wearing the same dress. Now, this would usually be a fashion faux pas. Now, it is Sydney Fashion Week as well, but today it was all about charity and a much bigger picture. The annual lunch for an organisation that raises funds and awareness for women and children living in poverty-stricken Kenya and Tanzania. Cassandra Treadwell is the CEO of So They Can, and she joins me now in the studio. Cassandra, what a fantastic turnout today, 100 people. Now, tell me, why are they all wearing the same dress? You're wearing one as well. Talk us through this fantastic program.
Well, we just had this fantastic idea of Sam's, who works in our team, and she thought, wouldn't it be great, because we're always trying to connect our women in Africa with our women back here in Australia. Wouldn't it be amazing if they made some dresses for us, our So SEW Women Can women, and we all wore them here and celebrated everything that they achieve over there in Africa. So that's what we did, 5 different colours.
And we can see them making those dresses now. So often these days when we buy clothes, we are so disconnected from where it actually comes from, who actually makes it. Does it feel different to look at the stitching on a dress and look at the detail and think, oh, I can kind of relate to a woman who's made this product I'm wearing? Do you have a different relationship with it?
Absolutely, and you do. I did think that when they arrived, and I looked at the stitching, and I know that some of it's been done by hand, and I know the women over there that have done it, and I know their stories and what they've been through and how their lives have changed because of this workshop that we're doing with So Women Can. It actually does. It makes a great deal of difference to know the stories and the women behind it, and that they love what we're doing for them as well. So it's been really nice, and it's that connection that we're trying to achieve.
And how have their lives changed?
Well, for example, our top So Women Can trainee, a beautiful girl called Beatrice, she had a very hard life. She was living in a tent, an internally displaced person's tent, with her 2 daughters, her grandmother, her 2 brothers. So there were 6 of them in this very dilapidated tent. And since she's been working with So Women Can, she saved enough money to buy a little house, a little house, and she's moved there with her children, and she feels safer now because she was getting fairly abused and things.
So for women who buy the dresses, all the proceeds go back to the women making them, or is it that they get paid a wage to make the dresses?
So
How
our
does it
So
work?
Women Can, so they're the young vulnerable mothers that we've taken in off the streets, and we are empowering them through a sewing course, and they make all the school uniforms for our Aberdare Rangers Primary School, where we have 1,080 children going to that school. So they get paid to do that, and they also learn a vocational skill. So they are now sewers, so that they can go out, and later, if they decide to leave us or stay with us, they can get proper employment and security, so they can break the poverty cycle that way.
Cass, we were looking at your bio today, and you're an incredibly accomplished woman. Apart from doing all this and a number of other things, you're also raising 4 kids of your own. So many people feel like they can't necessarily make a difference, or it's hard to know where to make a difference or where to start. For people thinking, like, I've got this idea, can I do it, is it possible? Should you just jump in there and make things happen? How hard has it been to do that and to throw your passions into something, as well as raising a family and carrying on your own career?
I think you have a really good point about the passion bit. You have to, if you have a passion, I think I strongly support anyone following through with that. Also, don't think too far ahead. If I had thought sort of 6 years ago when we started this is what it would be like, it might have been a bit scary. So just live in the moment and jump in there and do what you can. The beauty of So They Can is that we gain so much from the women in the communities that we work with in Africa. So we're constantly receiving from them as well as giving to them. It's a beautiful sort of cycle of reciprocity. So that's very empowering for us as well, and it's very motivating. And I completely admire women at home that are full-time mothers, and I often feel like I'm neglecting my children at home in some ways. So no one's perfect, and I don't think you should look at any of us. And So They Can, that are doing a great job, the team that we have there, and think that it's not achievable, because it is, and just grab like-minded people and jump in.
Very inspiring. Thank you so much, Cassandra, for dropping in this afternoon.
You're welcome. Thanks
See you
for having
soon.
me.